So Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everybody joining us. Hope you have had a good week. Let me just adjust this a bit.
Yes, you said it. It's kind of weird to feel like we've been through a whole nother week. Yeah.
I agree. I completely agree. If you are with us on our live stream, that's great, through the website. Perfect. You definitely don't have to go anywhere if you don't want to. You can stay right there. If you are on Facebook, we are live streaming simultaneously on Facebook. So if you join us there, it's a little easier for us to track. Well, that's the only way we can really track who's saying Shabbat Shalom. So you want to join us on Facebook on my Facebook page, right? Josh Winston, not the Temple Beth Emeth Facebook page, but my Facebook page. And we'll be able to. And I hope you feel like you're in the room with us as well. The link for the Siddur can be found, I believe, in the events calendar, in the calendar events section for tonight's service, and it's a link to Mishkan Tefillah. I believe we have some folks that are going to be posting that every once in a while in my live stream on Facebook. If you need to see, we're there. So those will be, that's available to you for free online. It's available to you for free online.
Just want to ask a quick question. Carol, you said that you can't hear Josh too well. Are you on the live stream?
I just turned my mic on.
Oh,
So,
that's why.
sorry.
I feel so much better. Better?
If you're on the live stream through the website, you are probably now hearing me. Before you were not.
Hello, Cantor Robbins. Nice to see you again.
All right. So once again, we have some moderators that are going to be helping us out a little bit. So hopefully they'll be able to respond to some of your real-time questions. Thank you for the update about my mic. Yes. Okay. All right. Getting used to all this technology.
I guess it's, for me, I'll say it's a new world.
Yeah. But Shabbat is here. So take a breath, maybe, as Cantor Hayut teaches us, or reminds us, maybe, of a piece of music we've used before.
So we haven't used it that often, so those of you who've been in our sanctuary might be familiar with it. For those who are new to the music, it is the melody for the Micha Mocha that we're going to sing tonight. So we'll start first just on Lai 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 so we can get used to the melody. And it goes like this. Yai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai. Let's do that again. Yai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai, Yai Lai Lai Lai, Yai Lai 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 Lai, Yai Lai Lai. Using the Micha Mocha words, it goes like this. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha Nedar B'Kodesh, Norat
begin a new book of Torah this Shabbat, Vayikra. It is the central book of Torah. It's right in the middle of Torah. The 5 books, this is our third. And at the very center of this Torah portion, or this Torah book, this book of Torah, is the Holiness Code. Sitting right there in the Holy of Holies. There's a certain interesting aspect of holiness that Kadosh, and some of you have heard me say this before, refers to being different, separate, other, separated from the rest. So as we enter this Shabbat, as we enter the book of Vayikra, as we sit in our physical separation from each other, can you find any holiness? The preservation of life? The longer walks that I think probably a lot of us are taking? Maybe we felt like we could slow down a little bit. Where can you find the holiness here? Usually I say Shabbat Shalom to everybody live streaming with us. Shabbat Shalom everybody here. Just Shabbat Shalom to you, Cantor Hayut.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
And Shabbat Shalom to everybody live streaming with us.
We're in and out of focus on the live stream.
Yes. So some of the things that are happening, we're not going to be able to do much about, especially if you're on Facebook, because we move around a little bit, and it's probably focusing in and out. So sorry about that. We begin on page 138. Page 138. L'chaduri, as we welcome the Sabbath bride here with us tonight. As we welcome Shabbat HaMalkah, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach our 9th and final verse, we'll rise and face the entrance to our sanctuary, which is your sanctuary, wherever you are. The door you came in is the door that you should face, and welcome Shabbat here tonight.
Ya la 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 l'chadodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, ya la 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 l'chadodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, ishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'letihila. Ya la la l'chadodi, ya la 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 likrat kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela, likrat Shabbat, לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לך דודי, יא לה 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 לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה, יא לה 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 לך דודי, יא לה 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 לקראת כלה, יא לה 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 פני שבת, פני שבת נקבלה.
Shabbat Shalom, Marilyn Scott, and Shabbat Shalom, Don Levitt, and Trina, and Sagan Fuller. Shabbat Shalom to you. I forgot before to be saying Shabbat Shalom to folks. So if you are with us, say Shabbat Shalom. Jack, Billy, Shabbat Shalom to you. Who else do we have with us?
I think I remembered seeing Sonia Lewis is there.
Shabbat Shalom to Jack Zients and to Julie Nagel, Louie and Julie and Ava. Shabbat Shalom to Carol Bardenstein and Kettle and Jerry. Patricia. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
I think I remember seeing Laura there earlier on, and Jonah Pesner. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Nice to have you with us. Eric, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat. Okay. I'm getting all my technology all over the place. Bob and Susan, Shabbat Shalom to you. Nancy Tracy, Shabbat Shalom to you. Yes. Who is this? Ralph, Shabbat Shalom to you. Who is that? I just got a big Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to Eric, Shabbat Shalom. Eric Olson and Ann Mark, Shabbat Shalom. It's
and Betsy,
awesome. Elaine
Shabbat
and
Shalom.
Sue and Ruth Pettit. We're getting I get text messages and on our Facebook, Betsy and Ariel and Deborah and Ralph. Shabbat Shalom.
We miss you all.
Yeah, we do.
And Shabbat Shalom, Debbie.
Shabbat Shalom. Ben Ratner, Shabbat Shalom to you.
And Larry.
It's very sweet, Carol. Thank you. I forgot to put on my talit. That's the second time.
Well, we're still in the Kabbalat Shabbat warm-up, so
we are. But I think it's worth saying, right, that that one of the side effects from all of the stress that we're under is things like this, where something that I do every week, I have forgotten to do twice now. And I imagine I'm not alone in that. That we're just not concentrating the way that we could before all of this happened. And rabbis are humans too, so I imagine cantors as well.
Sometimes.
So there we go. At least I noticed. Let's get back to our service, page 140. We continue to welcome Shabbat, I should say. Psalm 92. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, a song written especially for this day.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך
Shabbat Shalom to Danny and Barbara and to Joy and Avishai. Shabbat Shalom to you.
And Claire and Kirk.
Claire and Kirk, thank you. Shabbat Shalom to Bobby and David. Shabbat Shalom to Emily Alter, to my parents, Mom and Dad. Shabbat Shalom to you. It is great to have all of you with us. We turn now, although, like I say, I suggest not actually turning the pages, to page 120, 121, as we light our Sabbath lights. And since Cantor Hayut and I are practicing social distancing, I'm going to stay right where I am, and she's going to go light the candles.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary, tonight virtually, in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Miller, and Shabbat Shalom to Murray and Esther, and to Judy. Shabbat Shalom to Miriam. Miriam, Jack, I don't know if you're listening, but if you could post a link to the online Siddur in the Facebook stream, that would be great. Miriam, we will try to get that to you as quickly as possible. We continue on page 144. Page 144, the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ביעמד יברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי תכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם עולמי עלמיה.
Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, Karen Roman. It's good to have you with us. Entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence. We continue with the Baruch, our call to prayer, page 146. If you're able, please rise.
Ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la la
Shabbat Shalom to the Nagels, to Wendy and Ryan and Spence. We continue reading at the top of page 149. Page 149. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the time of tide and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. And we continue on the bottom of page 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. If you're able, please rise. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 וכבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Thank you, Shoshana, for putting that link to the Sidur in the live stream feed.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom to you. And also, if you need it, it is in the temple calendar, the 7:30 service. There is a link there as well to the Sidur. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. Our Song of Redemption, Mi Chamocha, page 158.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, norat hilot osef eleh, norat hilot osef eleh, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, b'kei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zeh Eli anu ve'yameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Yadai
Shabbat Shalom to Rita and to Paul. Shabbat Shalom. Page 160. We pray for protection. We pray for a shelter of peace. We pray because we know that not everything is guaranteed. We knew that before, but we know that even more today. So we ask for protection. We pray for protection. Hashkivenu, page 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. The children of Israel shall keep Shabbat, shall guard Shabbat. Make this day different than the rest of them, especially when the days can just feel like they are one after the same, exactly like the other. Make this day different. Find a way. Keep it separate.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam brit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam brit olam. B'ni Ruven b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai et ha-shamayim et haaretz. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם.
Shabbat Shalom, Leon.
And Shabbat Shalom to the Shriers.
Shabbat Shalom, Haley, and everyone.
We continue with the Amidah, or the central prayer of this evening's service. Beginning on page 164, we will chant out loud together through page 170. And then when we stop chanting out loud together, you can continue in the Siddur, in Hebrew or English if you'd like, or you can pray the words of your own heart. You could even pray those out loud, I suppose, in your space.
We won't be able to hear you, but you can hear yourself and those around you.
So yes, when we're in that silent time, you do as you do, and I hope that it is meaningful for you. I hope that that even though there is this distance physically in our congregation right now, that we can still feel our prayers commingling and coming together. I hope that we can feel that. I hope that you can feel that with me and Cantor Hayut. I'm going to turn this a little bit so you get more of the arc there. If you're able, please rise.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Ve'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Nofelim V'Rofei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'Gevurot, U'Mido Melach, Melech Memit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
bottom of page 180.
Ose shalom bimromav huya ase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav huya ase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav huya ase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav huya ase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav huya ase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen.
The past few weeks, we have been using a prayer for healing that was probably new to many of us. The reason, though, I asked Cantor Hayut to teach it is because it is just 5 words. And it's nice to have a blessing that's just 5 words when we need to think of a prayer for healing. Is it in our prayer book?
I don't think so.
The words are El Na Refa Na La. El Na Refa Na La. Moses sang these words, or spoke these words, I should probably say, to God when his sister Miriam was struck with leprosy.
So I'm going to take back what I said, but you have to go very far to find it. So if you have access to a regular prayer book, you might want to check out page 677 in the middle of the book.
mindful as a synagogue community, and if you are thinking of somebody you'd like to share their name with us, give me just a few moments, and then you can start typing in those names. Debbie Pisserak, Joanne Blumberg, Valentina Volson, Hillary Handwerger, Bridget Ford, Joel Berger, Margaret Leslie, Sydney Usum, Barry Hopkins, Buddy Tepper, Carol Morgan, Dick Jordanson, Melissa Dorfman, Steve Conway, Milton Child, Sherilyn Ford, Robert Morgan, Shmuel Natan Ben Avra Yaakova, Jackie Moore, Roz Mermel, Lauren Orzak, Aaron Scott, Jennifer Kinser, Harold Schumacher, Nicole Levine, Valerie Carey, Sharon Israel, Sima Kroll, Debbie Weiner, John Barnhart, Brian Ashen. If there are other names to add, I see Stuart Bleckman,
Julia.
our healthcare workers, Pam, Scott, and Jessica, and Moses Christ, Hail Miriam, Tony, and this I pray, and Moses Christ, Hail Miriam, Josh Goldblatt. So all of the lists for healing, we pray for refuah shlema, a full and speedy healing. Whether those names were uttered out loud by me or just into the World Wide Web, into Facebook, as we mingle our thoughts and our prayers together, we pray that our prayers help bring some healing of spirit, healing of families, healing of brokenness.
Amen.
We continue not with our Torah service exactly, but with Torah reading. As you may recall if you were with us last week, I made the decision not to read from Torah during this pandemic. As you can see, Kinter Hayut and I are 6 feet apart from each other, and we to undress the Torah. To undress the Torah takes really two people to do, and we are trying to maintain our distance from each other so that we can continue to serve the congregation. Cantor Hayut will be chanting from us. Where exactly are you chanting from?
Right from the very beginning of this new book of Torah.
Excellent.
So we are now in Parshat Vayikra, in the book Vayikra, and the opening verses translate as thus. The Eternal One called to Moses and spoke to him from the tent of meeting, saying, Speak to the Israelite people and say to them, When any of you presents an offering of cattle to the Eternal, you shall choose your offering from the herd or from the flock. If your offering is a burnt offering from the herd, you shall make your offering a male without blemish. You shall bring it to the entrance of the tent of meeting for acceptance in your behalf before the Eternal. You shall lay a hand upon the head of the burnt offering, that it may be acceptable on your behalf in expiation for you.
Vayikra el Moshe, Vayidaber Adonai elav, me'ohel moed lemor. Daber el bnei Yisrael v'amarta alehem Adam, ki yakriv mikem korban ladonai min habehema min habakar umin hatzon takrivu et korbanchem imola korbano min habakar zachar tamim yakrivenu el petach ohel moed yakriv oto lirtzono lifnei Adonai v'samach yado al rosh ha'olah v'nirtza lo lechaper alav.
Thank you, Cantor Hayut.
Thank you, Rabbi. I'm going to sit down now because I have a feeling you have some important words for us.
Last night, after the kids were finally in bed, Sarah, my wife, and I sat down to relax, watch some TV, and just talk a little bit. Sitting on our basement living room couch, Sarah hands me her phone and says, "Read this." It says, "Parents, what we are being asked to do is not humanly possible. There is a reason we are either a working parent, a stay-at-home parent, or a part-time working parent. Working, parenting, and teaching are three different jobs that cannot be done at the same time. It's not hard because you're doing it wrong. It's hard because it's too much. Do the best you can. When you have to pick, because at some point you will, choose connection. Pick playing a game over arguing about academic assignments. Pick teaching your child to do laundry rather than feeling frustrated that they aren't helping. Pick laughing and snuggling and remembering that they are safe and reminding them that they are safe. If you are stressed, lower your expectations where you can and virtually reach out for social connection. We are in this together to stay well, and that means mentally well, too. Dr. Emily King. Parenting was hard enough 2 weeks ago, and truth be told, life was hard enough 2 weeks ago. Now, responsibilities that seemed basic can seem daunting. For some of us, the extra stress of this crisis is making everything we do multiple times harder. This is true for parents with kids in the house, and it's also true for those of us that don't have parental responsibilities. We all pivoted or tried to pivot so quickly. We are still adapting to a whole new way of life, figuring out technologies we never thought we would need, reaching out to each other, but not with our hands, but with FaceTime and Zoom and just a plain old phone call. It is staggering. And if you're anything like me, you're watching the markets, reading the news, and trying to ignore press conferences. If you're anything like me, you're concerned about loss of life. You're thinking of loved ones, and maybe even fearful for your own well-being and survival. And if you're anything like me, you're also thinking about what the future holds. What will the economic recovery from this crisis look like? Please, God, let us survive the virus And statistically, most of us will do that. But let us also survive the financial crisis as it plays out. Yes, there is plenty to be anxious about, and we are all experiencing the stress of this moment. A day or two ago, I reached out to a person I knew was having trouble, and we had a text exchange. And in it, she wrote, "I think I'm feeling really triggered. I've lived through the hell of anticipatory grief, waiting and watching as my mom fought for her life and lost, and never wanted to experience it again. But here we are. I feel a little insulted by people telling me to take up a hobby or practice my singing or think lovely thoughts to replace the bad ones. But I guess I'm happy for them that they don't yet understand that the world might not provide for them the way they hope and believe. I guess I'm feeling overwhelmed." All I could say to this person was, "You're right. You're right to feel that way. I understand why you might feel that way. This is awful. What we are experiencing is awful. And not knowing what is next is even harder. We count on stability as human beings. The ability to anticipate that from one moment to the next, things will be similar. We count on the sun rising and setting, the cycles of life continuing uninterrupted. And when they are interrupted, be it the death of a loved one, the loss of a job, moving to a new city, having a child, or any other major life event, everything changes, and it is completely disorienting. Our heads get filled with new thoughts, new details, new ways of navigating. And what we thought we cared about deeply now seems to have shifted. Or maybe what we thought we cared about deeply now becomes more clear. In this week's Torah portion, Vayikra, we begin the book of Vayikra, the book of Leviticus. It is a book that opens with incredible detail. We just heard Cantor Hayut chant some of it, about sacrificial offerings. In just the first chapter, 3 types of animal sacrifice are described: a burnt offering of cattle, an offering of sheep or goats, and an offering of a bird. And in each case, the Torah describes how to prepare the animal, which parts of the animal may be used, and how they're laid out on the altar. There's dashing of the blood on the altar, washing of the different parts of the animal, and even how to prepare the fire for the placement of the sacrifice on the altar. There's so much detail. We may recoil at the descriptions in Leviticus, but for our ancient ancestors, these descriptions were the map for understanding their world. If something was going wrong in their lives or they had committed a sin, here was an answer of what to do, of how to act. These are nothing short of life-saving details for our ancestors. And it is by no accident that these details fall in the 3rd book of the Torah, the book of the Torah that sits right in the middle of the 5 books. These are the details that needed the most focus. Over the last 2 weeks, as our lives have shifted so much, I've been asking myself, with all these new details in my head, what have I not focused on? As Emily King said, there is a reason we are either a working parent, a stay-at-home parent, or a part-time working parent. Working, parenting, and teaching are 3 different jobs that cannot be done at the same time. We cannot realistically take care of it all. None of us can do that. I've been trying to carve out room in my mind and in my life to refocus on issues I cared deeply about just 2 weeks ago, but have hardly noticed since COVID took over the world. And I think this is important for us all. Yet equally important, and this was raised for me last night in a JCRC meeting I attended, what issues, what life details have we come to realize just don't matter that much? Have we come to realize and see that some of our concerns that we obsessed about 2 weeks ago are not really that important at all? If we are feeling triggered and anxious about what we are experiencing right now, that just means we're human. We shouldn't be telling each other to get new hobbies or just practice our professions more. But in every struggle, there is opportunity. It may not be an opportunity we wanted, but it is an opportunity. As we move through this crisis together, each of us can do the work of asking ourselves, what matters to me now? And what mattered to me a few weeks ago? And what doesn't matter to me at all anymore? This is a moment to be conscious of our lives in a way that only crisis provides. Shabbat Shalom. We continue on page 586. Page 586 with Aleinu. Please rise if you're able.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled. It burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen, yet we do not despair. For we are more than a memory, slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. We are in the first 30 days of mourning, the period of Shloshim for David Zeff, Barry Zweig, Michael Lavin, Corinne Zabo, and Dr. Alan Menlo. Our yahrzeits this week are for Stanley Baru, Shirley Bachoff, Paul Boxer, Leonard Birchman, Joan Burnham, Mildred Calef, Aharon Chayut, Bertha Denson, Arlene Dietz, Hortense Foyer, Sam Friedland, Thea Friedman, Ray Goldberg, Lenka Goldova, Abbott Green, Perry Jacobs, Yetta Kahan, Gertrude Kotlarski, Alvin Krenitz, Gertrude Cooperman, Kenneth Levine, Shirley Levitt, Bernard Meyerowitz, Leon Miller, Jerry Millman, Evelyn Millman, Martha Mendelson, Michelle Mitchell, Mildred Pickus, Joseph Roberts, Ellen Sahlberg, Sherry Sachs, Wallace Sheed, Ida Sheed, Anna Shaftel, Ralph Shikes, Elaine Silverman, Ann Simon, Deborah Stein, Mary Stewart, Gerald Zwerin. If there are other names to add to our list of remembrance, please add those names, if you'd like, in the live stream. I'll wait another minute or two. Page 598, for all of those mentioned, for all of those who go unmentioned, and for all of those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we add the name Howard Fink to our list. We rise, page 598, Sarah Gannett, sorry Rita, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing the last name. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye tochal Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'miran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen.
Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru amen.
Zichronam levracha, may their memories be forever a blessing.
Amen.
So, we got lots of stuff coming up, Cantor Hayut.
We have lots of stuff coming up. You just have to get a good Zoom account.
Well, you don't need an account.
Well, you need to get Zoom on a device.
You should get
Right.
Zoom on a device. Although, if you just click on an event in our calendar, and by the way, the events in the calendar are the safest place to click. I know there are lists elsewhere, but when we populate the list straight from Zoom to the calendar, you're going to get the right link there. If you try to get onto something and nobody's there, and by nobody I mean it's probably either me or Cantor Hayut or Rabbi Daniel or maybe Nikki, then you should go to the calendar and make sure that you're using the right Zoom link. If you're doing this for the very first time, your computer is going to ask you, do you want to download Zoom? And you should say, yes, I want to download Zoom, and make your speakers available and your microphone available and your video available, and you'll be able to see us and hear us, and we'll be able to see and hear you. If you're having problems with Zoom, let us know. We can try to help you out. But lots of our stuff, in fact, most of our stuff, is happening over Zoom. Some of the stuff is on Facebook, like tonight, Shabbat services are also simulcast, live streamed on Facebook, and our regular live streaming from our website. I do a morning song session during the week at 8:30. If you want to get up with me at 8:30, also on Facebook on my account. So join us for that. It's a lot of fun. My whole family sings.
So super cute.
We have a good time. But then there are multiple options for prayer during the day, with me in the morning, with Cantor Hayut in the afternoon, and then some other really fun stuff coming up. For instance, Tuesday we are doing a Inside the Temple membership, which for me was really clear, but a lot of people, it's not so clear. I'm trying to play off of Inside the Actor Studio, an interview with George Bryloff. If you know George, then you know it's going to be a fun interview because you already know George. But you're going to, I'm sure, learn lots of new things about George. And I'm going to try to do this every week of interviewing a different temple member on Zoom where everybody will be able to watch. And then they'll be able to watch and maybe ask some questions. But it's going to be a good time. So join us on Tuesday night for that. That's at 7:30. And then I think, is it Thursday is the talent show? When's our talent show?
I think it's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, we might.
Well, we have to double check our calendar.
Yeah,
I don't remember the date we put it in.
Yeah, we got to double check our calendar. But we have a talent show coming up. You got an email about it if you're a member of the congregation. We need you to sign up to share your talent. I think this could be so much fun, a lot of fun, but it takes you signing up to share your talent. You could think if your talent is something goofy, that's better. We want goofy. We need to laugh. We need to have fun. So share a goofy talent or share a serious talent, whatever. Just share your talent with our community. It's going to be a good time. And yeah, we have an open board meeting coming up.
We do.
That, I think, is Wednesday.
Maybe you're right. The 1st, April 1st. No fooling.
Yeah.
Sorry. Tomorrow and Sunday.
Well, even tomorrow
and
Sunday.
And
yes,
Sunday.
Multiple things happening. Viewing party of Raiders of the Lost Ark tomorrow, and then a class being taught by Rabbi Daniel Alter Sunday. After the viewing party, though, if you want to join me and my family for Havdalah, we're going to be doing that on Zoom. All of this, again, you can just find on the temple calendar or in the link that has all of the activities going on. Please join us. It's a lot of fun. It's great to see people's faces, to get a chance to chat a little bit with people you might not chat with regularly, and to continue to connect to our community.
Right.
Anything else right now, Cantor?
So Monday through Thursday evenings at 7, I'm teaching new music so that we can continue to expand our repertoire, especially without all of us sitting here. It's an opportunity for us to learn music together. So join me. It's only about 15 minutes, and I'm just teaching basically one new prayer a day, not every day. I'll teach until I know everybody knows the prayers. And then Monday evening, if you want to study Torah, it's women's Torah study, but everyone's invited to join us, and that would be at 7 o'clock. So I hope that I'll get to see some of you there too.
All right.
Kiddush and Motzi?
Yeah, good call.
I remember because I kind of need it.
Yeah. At the very beginning of everything, when God created the heaven and the earth, God made a separation between the sea above and the sea below, and God planted plants on the earth and put the sun and the moon and the stars in the sea above. and put the fish and the sea monsters in the sea below and the flying creatures in the sea above, and then put the creepy crawly things all over the earth, and then finally created us human beings and said to us, now it's time to rest. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat
L'chaim.
And our challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz
B'te'avon.
We actually should rethink Kiddush and Motzi with nobody here.
Fair enough.
Because part of the reason we do it, we do Motzi for sure, is because we're going to Oneg.
Right.
So.
Well, hopefully everyone is going to be, if they have not already enjoyed their dinner, having dinner. If they have, that maybe they'll have a little bit of sweetness and have a little dessert together.
I hope so.
So for those of you who are, you had a chance to do Kiddush and Motzi together.
Any other Shabbat Shaloms? Brett, oh, it's nice to see your name, Brett. Thank you for being with us, all of you, all over the country and in our own, of course, community right here in Ann Arbor.
And as Rabbi is tuning, you might want to spend a little time turning to page 642. It's all the way in the back of the book.
Yeah, and I don't think that the
Oh, it doesn't go back there?
no.
Oh, sorry about that.
The online version does not have these pages.
Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai oz le'amo yitain. Adonai yivarech et amo. Adonai yivarech et amo. Shalom, Adonai, yivarech et amo, v'shalom, v'shalom. Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai Adonai yivarech et amo.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Miriam. I stand corrected. The words were in there.
So I hope you all sang along with us, and I hope that God gives us strength in this next week and however long it may take. Our whole lives, I hope God gives us strength.
Absolutely. I hope we'll see you all tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock for Shabbat services, or 8:50 if you'd like for Torah study. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.